Hi there. Hello. Welcome to our practice today. I see that we have Violet Willow and Angelia here. Good morning. Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. We are getting into our um, practice for today. Good morning, Brandy. Nice to see you here today. We're in our Baba Yaga month. We are conjuring our ferocity for the right reasons and in the right ways, for the benefit of others, for the benefit of our world. We're finding our voices. We're setting boundaries. We're doing our research. We're collecting our receipts. We're doing our homework. We're taking responsibility. It is a month of being in that level of ferocious presence. And I hope that you're enjoying it so far. We have a chant that we're doing. Sorry, just fixing this here. We have a chant that we're doing every day to open the door for our meditations with Baba Yaga. So I'm going to start that right now. And hi, Marlene. Nice to see you. We're just diving right in with this chant, and then we're going to draw our card. So, crone mother, bone mother, healer, seer, witch, secret keeper, screech owl, mighty wolf, bitch, Baba Yaga, bright dawn, Baba Yaga, red sun, Baba Yaga, midnight, Baba Yaga, black sky woman, keep me safe within your sight. Keep me on the path of right. Good morning, Leslie. So let's see, what is our card today? For the month of July, we're working with the Sacred Hags Oracle with words by Danielle Dulski and incredibly beautiful artwork by Janine Hausman. And the messages from this deck this month have been so on point in terms of how we can hold our energies for times that require us to be fierce, to be boundaried, sometimes to be uncompromising. And our card today is the Grandmother's Prayers. The Grandmother's Prayers. Hi, Christy. Hi, Tish. Hi, Aura. So let's see what the Grandmother's Prayers are. Card number 36. Elderhood. What elders have you been blessed to know in your life? Elders are truly compassionate wisdom keepers who stand on that wild divide between innocent grace and high fire leadership. They have lived long, yes, but that is most certainly not the only qualification for elderhood. A true elder allows their soul to guide, while their smaller selves and ego-born desires take a back seat. You know you are conversing with an elder because youthful wonder and otherworldly knowing converge in their words. If you want to truly understand spirit and divinity, ask an elder. Mind you, they might have no great title, no letters following their name. There is a humility accompanying their wisdom and an adamant refusal to claim ownership over principles and language that are timeless. That's right. Oh, that's right. Leslie's pointing out Hi Crone Jill and Nancy Peregrine, two incredible elders who blessed the Women's Herbal Symposium community for many, many years, decades, and were incredibly wise. And I'm very grateful to have had in this life many elders who helped me through my different lessons, my difficulties, my ups and downs. One great thing about elders, I'm going to tell you a story about when I lived in New York City. The first week I moved to New York City, I was such a little country bumpkin. Oh, Tish says her mom. I know I'm going to say my mom too. I'm getting to it. And hi, Christina. Welcome. So when I lived in New York City, I moved there and I was total country bumpkin, just like first week living in New York City, and I lived right on the A train. So I would take the A train to go around the city to various different places and then come home. And the A train goes direct from, I think it's like 50th Street to 125th Street most of the time. It's not all the time, but most time it would go direct, which meant there were no stops along the way. So one night I got onto the train. It was probably around 6 or 7 p.m. at about, 42nd Street. And the car wasn't like really crowded. And the doors closed and we got to the next stop and they opened. A bunch of people got off, a couple of people got on, and the doors closed. So now we're in the train until 125th Street. And there's these two men and they brushed past each other and one accidentally hit the other with his shoulder. And the one guy says to the other guy, "Hey man, watch out. You don't know what I'm capable of." And the other guy pulls out a gun and points it at him and says, "No, you don't know what I'm capable of." And everyone on the train froze because now we're in this tension for the next 75 blocks. And you could have heard a pin drop. It was like a very tense moment. And there was this elderly woman. She was no bigger than a bird, tiny, tiny little woman sitting. And she had her perfect little hat and bag and her little dress and matching skirt and shoes and pocketbook and the whole nine. And she looked at what was happening, which was like right here to her. And she goes, oh. And she gets up and moves one seat over. That's all she did. Just. And meanwhile, everybody on the train is looking at her like, what are you doing? But it was just that little act, that little movement. It broke up the energy. It broke up the conflict. Guy number one says, "Hey man, look, no trouble. I'll get off at 125th Street. I won't stay on the train. Put that gun away. Holidays are coming. Nobody wants this. We all want to go home to our families." And then, the guy put the gun away and, the next 10 or 15 minutes were still tense and quiet, but everyone kind of just went back to what they were doing. And the reason I'm telling this story is because that woman shifted the energy so palpably with just that little tooth suck, eye roll, and scoot to the left. It was majestic. And this, I think, is that quiet power of the elder, the crone, Baba Yaga. It's not always fierce and railing and shaking her umbrella or yelling, or sometimes that power is in the quietest little form of graceful disapproval. And graceful disapproval, when there's something going on that isn't right, has sometimes got a very potent impact. This is the power of the inner crone, and we can learn to conjure that power for our benefit in the world and for the benefit of others. Yeah, Tish says, quiet thunder. Love that. That's a great metaphor. And Margot says, love your stories. Thank you so much, Margot. Yeah, that was a super tense moment. But in this moment, there was this wisdom. All she did was move her seat with disapproval. And I want you to think about in your life, if there's anywhere that you've been struggling to find your power, and maybe you've been thinking that in order to conjure your power, you have to get a whole head of steam behind it, rant, rail, rave, push, when in fact, it might just be the little, or the that does it, that handles it. Katie says, yes, yes. This is a helpful story. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I think, especially, I don't know about you, but for me as a perimenopausal woman, sometimes it's really easy for me to want to get a whole head of steam behind something. It's like the hormones just are like, let's go, let's do this. And, it's not always necessary. And the grace of the crone, just with her quiet disapproval, can be a very, very potent tool. So let's remember that as we conjure today the grandmother's prayers. And I also want to just say, oh, I'm leaving tomorrow. And I'm going to miss my mom a lot. So today we're going to dedicate practice to my mom and to yours, wherever and however that is. Whether that's to your mom's benefit and well-being, or whether that's to your mom's betterment, or whether that's to your mom's soul, wherever, we're going to dedicate that today. And we're also dedicating today for Priestess Rising, who left an abusive relationship and got her and her children settled into a new place, and then discovered that there might be a mold infestation there. And so now she's going to have to stand up for herself yet again. And you know how hard it is to stand up for yourself to an abusive situation, much less have to then stand up to yourself to a landlord or officialness. So let's be mindful to hold Priestess Rising in our practice today. And Leslie says, bless up Linda Matthews. Yes, she's met my mom and was there at my wedding. And what a special, special thing, Leslie, for us to be in each other's lives in this intimate way that we pray for each other's children and parents. All right. So I think that's my short bit for today. As a 3420 manifesting generator, says Brandy, I have to remember it doesn't have to be so fast and direct and precise to make an impact. It can be subtle, yet profound. Yes, yes. Sometimes it's more of an emanation rather than an arrow to the target. And Aura is sending hearts to moms. And, you know, even for those who have a hard time with their moms, may there be some kind of an awakening or rectification or comfort in this life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So diving into practice, we're going to start with 3 prostrations. Let's chant up our prayers today and chant in the subtlety. And let's take refuge in the mother of all, Guanyin. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention today for my mom, for all moms, and for Priestess Rising, who is coming out of a very challenging time. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guan Shi Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of offerings to clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. "108 recitations of Namo Guanxin Pusa, calling upon Guan Yin and asking her to please equip us with the necessary grace in situations requiring subtlety and elder wisdom. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. And our brief prayer to Yeshit Sogyo. Ying Chuktaki Somo Karchanza, Dusum Kanchempe Majunyeki, Sangzo Dupo Dechen Sogyomar, Sowa Debso Chuktun Nudrup So. Mother of space, foremost of Dakinis, Lady Karchanza, gatherer of the vast secret treasury of Padmakara, knower of all past, present, and future, Mother Sogil, great bliss queen, to you we pray. Grant us cities, ordinary and supreme. Ying Chutaki Somo Karchanza, Dusum Kunchempe Majunyeki, Sangzo Dupo Dechen Sogyomar, So Wadeb So Chuktun Nudrup So. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out energy to our beloved elders, to our wounded elders in need of healing, to the elders who have taught us by both doing and by into what to do and what not to do, and also to Priestess Rising, liberating herself from a difficult situation and standing in her power. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our elders and our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshe Wangmo be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxian Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And wishing everyone a really great day. Much love. And I'll be back tomorrow, and then I won't be back again until probably the following Tuesday or Wednesday. So tomorrow is the last for this week. See you.